Hello, everyone. My name is CW Zev University. We are a high performance mindset training firm for executive business owners, entrepreneurs, and sales professionals, or anyone that's looking to take their performance to the next level. Today, we're going to talk about something that's very, very important to us that we realized over the last years of coaching and training with people across the United States into South America and Canada and many different industries. We realized that when a client come to us, when we look at the type of client that we normally coach or mentor, when they come to us, we really look at their 24-hour schedule and we look at their income, what are they earning now, and where they want to be, say, 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now. Because the majority of our clients are looking to improve their revenue. In other words, they're looking to increase their income. They're trying to get to that next level. Our average client is typically making about 150, 160 per year or more. And then when they come to us, they want to get to that next level. They want to get to that 1%, that $250,000, $300,000, $500,000 per year in annual income. So this is what we teach, and we're going to show you exactly why this is so important that we look at the 90% of the population that's making less than six figures and the 10% of the population that's making about $150,000 per more in annual income and why they want to get to that next level. And what we've learned over the years, the difference is that how these two different parts of society really look at their income, how their income and also their hours and how they value their time 24 hours a day. So we're going to talk about your 24-hour schedule and what you do with your schedule from Monday morning to that following Sunday evening and how you value your time. And what we found out is that the individuals that are in that 90% of income bracket here in the United States, roughly household is about $74,000 per year. That's two incomes, which means the average income is about $35,000, $40,000 per year annually here in the United States compared to household income that's making $150,000 per more. And what we found out is that the individuals that are in that 90% of the United States making less than six figures compared to that 10% of the United States making more than six figures, how they value their time and what they do with their time on a daily basis. So we ask our clients to give us their schedule, their 24-hour schedule. What do you do from Monday morning when you first wake up all the way to Sunday evening when you go back to bed? And we look at your schedule and see how much time you spend on personal entertainment. When I say personal entertainment, we're talking about maybe watching television, watching sports, sporting events, cookout parties, things like that, social media time. How much time are you actually spending throughout the week on those type of personal entertainment? And then we look at the other hours that you're spending with your time. How much hours do you work per day? How much time do you have with your family, your personal time, things of that nature. So we break it into different categories. And what we found out is that the average American will watch 4.5 to 5 hours of television each and every day. And then they might spend another 10, 15 hours per week on other entertainments such as social media surfing or partying with friends or cookouts or just hanging out with their friends or their buddies and just spending that a lot of time doing those type of things. And then we look at the individuals that are making $150,000 per month and we see how they spend with their time and what they do with their time and how they value their time a lot more. They realize that the tasks that they do within those 24 hours is very important to them. And whatever that schedule is it bringing them closer to their goals of earning more and creating a better life for themselves and their family, or is it taking them further away from their goals? So we try to teach our clients that your 24 hours is very important. And what you do with your 24 hours is super important because once that day goes by, you can never get that day back. So we analyze your 24-hour schedule. We see how much time do you spend on personal development, self-help, how much time do you spend working, whatever it might be, running your own business or working in a private company or corporate America, how much time do you spend with your family, how much time you spend on personal development, such as physical activity, going to the gym, eating properly, meditating, studying. We look at all these tasks that you do throughout the day, 24 hours a day, and see what task is taking you further away from your goal and what task is bringing you closer to your goal. And what we found out is that the people that are our clients that are making 150 or more per year in annual income, they value their time just a little bit more than the individuals that are making less than six figures per year. For whatever reason, we're not sure what it is, but we realize that the 90% of the population that's making less than six figures per year really like to spend a lot of time on entertainment, a lot of time sort of wasting time. Television, social media, talking to friends on the phones, things of that nature. And those tasks are never going to get you closer to your goals. So we tell our clients that you have to be willing to sacrifice something within those 24 hours a day. How much time are you willing to sacrifice to reach your goals? And if you're not willing to sacrifice to reach your goals, then that tells us that you're not really serious about trying to improve your life. And that's the difference between the 90% and the 10%. The 10% is willing and able and have that mindset, what we call a growth mindset. They're willing to sacrifice time. They're willing to take some TV time from their daily schedule and implement something regarding personal development and reaching their goals. So maybe you're trying to start a business and you're really concerned, you're really serious about starting a business, but you spend 4 to 5 hours a day like the average American does watching television. We'll come to you and say, listen, you got to cut that TV time in half. Let's take two and a half hours of that 5 hours that you spend watching television, and let's take that time every day, 7 days a week, and focus on what you need to do to start your business or create a new lifestyle for you and your family. And that's what's important. If you're not willing to get out of that comfort zone and sacrifice some time today for a better future tomorrow, this is going to be very difficult for you to get to that 10% of income earners here in the United States. So it's all about willpower. It's all about having a plan. It's all about understanding and being self-aware of what you're doing with your time 7 days a week. And until you understand that, it's going to be very difficult for anyone to be able to reach that level of success and reach their full potential or their true potential that they have the abilities to do here while they're here. So you have to really look at what are you willing to sacrifice, how valuable is your time, because once that day goes by, you can never get it back. Once the 24 hours pass, you can never get it back. It's not like the old time when you used to roll over your hours or you roll over your minutes on the cell phone service. It doesn't work like that. Once Monday goes by, Monday is gone. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday go by, they're all gone. So you have to be looking at a situation where say to yourself, how much do I truly value my time? And what am I willing to sacrifice to get to that next level, to reach that six-figure income or even more? So if you're making, say, $150,000 per year in income and you want to get to $250,000, well, there's got to be something in your schedule that we can adjust to help you get there. Maybe it's more personal development. Maybe you need to become certified, or maybe you need in a certain profession. Maybe you need to just start your business and get it up and going so you can create that income that you want and a lifestyle for you and your family. You got to think about that. So if you're in that less than six-figure income, that 90% of wage earners here in the United States, and you want to get to that six-figure income, you have to sit down and be self-aware and ask yourself, how valuable is my time and what am I willing to sacrifice in order to get to that next level? That's what's important. Until you do that, it's going to be very difficult for you to get to that next level. You will never reach your full potential or reach that next level or six figures of income until you be able to do that, until you realize that self-awareness kicks in. You say, okay, this is what I'm doing 24 hours a day. I'm spending 4 hours a day after work watching television, not really bringing me any value. Maybe I'm going to cut that in half. Maybe I get rid of that completely for the next 90 days and not watch television and not surf the web or not get on social media and just really focus on improving my overall performance, my mindset, improving my health, improving my income. So in 90 days, 6 months, a year from now, I can put my family in a better position to be successful and live that lifestyle that I truly want. So you have to value that and see exactly what it is that you want to sacrifice. Most people are not willing to make that sacrifice. Most people are not willing to sacrifice the hours on a Sunday when it's football season because their favorite team is playing, or during basketball season, or during the holidays. Sometimes you got to miss the holiday because you're focusing on getting something done for the future. Most people are not willing to do that, and that's the reason why 90% of the population in this country do not earn six figures or more in income, because they're just not willing to sacrifice, and they don't understand the value that they have with their time, or how they should value their time, compared to that 10% that understands that I have to sacrifice today. I have to make a sacrifice today in order to create a better future for tomorrow for me and my family. If I don't sacrifice today, 90 days from now, a year from now, 3 years from now, I'm going to be in the same predicament, the same situation, or maybe even worse if I don't make an adjustment today. And that's the mindset that we teach you here at Zev University. We teach you that growth mindset, that mental toughness that it takes for you to get to the next level. If you don't have that mental toughness, remember, you're not going to get to the next level. The body will follow the mind. So we really focus on high performance mindset training through something that we call NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and EQ, emotional intelligence. That's what you need in order to get to the next level. And that's what we found over the years. We've been doing this for 25 years, that the difference between that 90% of the population compared to that 10% of the population. That 10% of the population is making $150,000 or more in income, annual income, is willing to make that sacrifice. The other 90% of your population that's making less than six figures, not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to get out of their comfort zones. They come up with excuses. They come up with that fear and that ability to be comfortable. And they just say, you know what? I just think this is where I should be. I'm comfortable here. I'm just going to leave it like it is. I'm not willing to get out of that comfort zone. I'm not willing to maybe wake up an hour earlier in the morning to go to the gym or do some reading because I just don't want to do it. Then if you don't want to do it, it's not going to happen. Or they're not willing to sacrifice some time during the day or maybe after hours, after work, to improve themselves with some personal development training, seminars, workshops, books, programs like we have here on Zev University platform that's going to help you get to the next level. All we ask is 2 hours of your time each and every day. That's only 120 minutes per day that we need in order for you to get to that next level. So sacrifice 2 hours today for a lifetime of success and happiness in the future. If you're willing to do that, we can show you how to do that. Until then, it's going to be very difficult to do it. And the reason why it's so difficult, another reason why it's so difficult for most people to never reach their full potential is because they don't understand how the human mind works and how everything that we do is basically based off of routine, programming, and daily habits, which is something that we go deep into in our training here at Zev University. You might say you want to do it. You might say you want to sacrifice. You say you want to make a change, but it's not going to happen because you're not in control. Your mind's in control. Until you understand how the subconscious mind works, it's going to be difficult. You'll never, ever reach your full potential. For example, the beginning of the year, New Year's come around, New Year resolution, people say, I'm going to go to the gym. Yes, you can go to the gym for the first 3 or 4 weeks, but after that, what happens? You fall back into that same routine because it's not really up to you if you don't understand how the human mind works. If you understand how the subconscious mind works and how you're running on a daily program, your habits, what you do every day, will determine where you're going to be at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year. Once you understand that, then you have a better chance of improving your life and getting out of that 90% of the population and into that 10% of the population, which you truly deserve and desire. We all desire to be there. There's no one here I've ever met across the United States, South America, to Canada, and parts of Europe, and they come to say, well, I really don't want to be there. I really don't want to make this type of income. I don't want to have the things that my family desire and want. I don't want to be able to provide for my family and put them in a different community or purchase a home or be able to go on vacation or send my kids to the great universities or be able to hire a doctor or an attorney when things come up. I don't want to be in that position. I just want to be just where I'm at. I've never heard that. Every time we sit down and talk to someone in our seminars or workshops or potential client, they all say the same thing. They want prosperity, happiness, and success in life. We all want the same thing across the board. It's just a matter of, are you willing to sacrifice what you do today for a better future tomorrow? And once you understand that, the task is very, very easy, but difficult to sort of execute. In other words, the solution to your issues are very easy. You can write it down. You know exactly what to do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can easily write it down, but to execute it, that's the difficult part because 99% of people don't understand how the human mind works. You're running off a daily program, and that's what we found, that once you get into that 90% program, you're going to run off that 90% program. But once you understand that and you're able to convert yourself and transform your life and your mindset into that 10% program, then you're going to continue to run off that 10% program. So this is what today's lesson is all about, the difference between that 90% of the population compared to that 10% of the population and how the mindsets are different and how that 90% typically has a fixed mindset and that 10% has a growth mindset. They're willing and able to be coachable and they're willing to learn a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at their total life from a different perspective That's what we teach here at Zev High Performance Mindset Training. So I hope that this lesson was very valuable to you. I hope that you got some information out of it. And if you're ready and willing to improve your life to get to the next level, all you have to do is give us a call in the office at 1-888-226-5051. I'm at extension 701, or you can look us up on the web at www.zevtraining.com. I'm excited to help you out. Our staff is ready and willing to help you get to that next level, whether you're trying to improve your health, your finances, your career, or your relationship. We have the tools to do it. Come run with us. See you next time, and please give us a call. We're here for you.